Federal layoffs hit a government research farm in central Nebraska. I'm Steve White. Several sources tell us scientists who work with cattle and pigs are out of a job, with confusion about what happens next. Even when the snow flies, the U.S. Meat Animal Research Center is in operation. 365 days a year, a team raises cattle, pigs, and sheep with a goal of improving production practices. Now, multiple sources tell us several scientists have been fired, raising concerns from the Nebraska cattlemen.
The largest research center of its kind in the world, and we just can't emphasize how important the work they do there is for the beef cattle industry. They've been revolutionary on so many things the scientists there are working on. And so it certainly is a concern for us to hear some of the statements about people being let go.
It's unclear how many are affected. The center has not responded to our questions. President Donald Trump recently announced plans to shrink the federal workforce. And specifically at the Department of Agriculture, the agency said it is, quote, pursuing an aggressive plan to optimize its workforce by eliminating positions that are no longer necessary, bringing its workforce back to the office, and relocating employees out of the national capital region into our nation's heartland to allow our rural communities to flourish, end quote. In the case of U.S. Mark, the facility has tens of thousands of acres and livestock on site.
They've done work on bovine respiratory disease. They've done things that reduce sudden beef cattle deaths due to congenital heart failure, dramatically improved traditional food tests for salmonella, so we know that we're having safe products, improvements to heifer fertility, which is hugely important to production operations, and of course, leading the evaluation of beef cattle and feed efficiency and the work they're doing there.
We're told layoffs were directed at probationary employees. For more than 60 years, the Meat Animal Research Center has carried out long-running research on cattle genetics. We were there as Congressman G.T. Smith, now chairman of the House Ag Committee, took a tour.
Pretty incredible.
It was seen as a positive that a key Republican would visit. Now Congress will be hearing from Nebraskans concerned with cuts.
Nebraska is the #1 beef exporting state in the nation, and we feel very, very tied to U.S. Mark, but the center is about more than just Nebraska. It's really a revolutionary place for beef cattle research in the world.
The University of Nebraska provides the operations staff that cares for the animals, but the long-term viability of the center is now in question. A research farm that has helped develop cattle breeds, now commonplace in a state known the world over for its beef.
The industry would definitely not be what it is today without the work they've done there.
And it's not just this division of the USDA. We're also hearing other agencies are cutting staff, including the Natural Resources Conservation Service. Reporting, I'm Steve White.
Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. And for the latest news anytime, download the NTV News app.